In my last video, I showed you a way to use subtraction to change an improper fraction into a mixed number. Well, subtraction is great, but if we have a really large numerator and a small denominator, we are going to be subtracting forever. So it's much better if we can apply multiplication to solve this process. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to figure out what 5/2 is equal to as a mixed number. And to do that, we want to ask ourselves, how many times does 2 go into 5? To do that, or to answer that, we need to think of our multiplication facts. We want to find what we can multiply 2 by to get us close to 5 without getting too big. If we go over 5, we're too big. So we want to get as close as possible without going over. And that's going to be 2 times 2, which is 4. Now, we need to add until we get to 5, which is the value of our numerator. So 4 plus 1 equals 5. Now we have every piece that we need in order to make a mixed number. Our mixed number becomes 2 and 1/2. Now where did I get these pieces from? My whole number is the number that I multiplied by. My numerator is the number that I added. My denominator stays the same from our original problem. So we take the number we multiplied by, that becomes our whole number. We take the number we added, that becomes our numerator, and our denominator stays the same. So 5/2 is equal to 2 and 1/2. But this was kind of an easy problem, so let's try something a little bit more difficult. Let's try 17/4. Just like last time, we want to ask ourselves, how many times does 4 go into 17? Knowing our multiplication tables is very important. We want the closest multiple of 4 to 17 without going over. So we're going to use 4 times 4, which is 16. That's as close as we can get. Now we add until we get to 17. Well, 16 plus 1 equals 17. Now we have all of our pieces just like last time. Our whole number is the number that we multiplied by. So it's 4. Our numerator is going to be the number that we added. So it's 1. And just like before, our denominator still stays the same. So 17/4 is equal to 4 and 1/4. Now just to show that we could have a numerator that isn't 1, let's try something else. Let's try 76/8. So, just like before, how many times does 8 go into 76? Knowing our multiplication tables, 8 times 9 equals 72. So, what do we need to add to 72 to make 76? 72 plus 4 equals 76. Now that we have all of our parts, let's construct our mixed number. I encourage you to pause the video and try to make it yourself before I give you the answer. Now that we have our parts, the number we multiplied by becomes our whole number. So the 9 becomes our whole number. The number we added becomes our numerator. And our denominator stays the same. So our 8 stays as our denominator. And 76/8 is equal to 9 and 4/8.